To call electric in this place as we get you set for postseason baseball on the show. It's game one of the National League Championship Series between the New York Mets and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Yeah, and top to bottom, I think both of these clubs have a lot of different guys that can beat you. It might not just be the stars that dominate this series. It wouldn't surprise me a bit if some of the lesser-known guys here wind up stealing the show.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of game one. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 Los Angeles Dodgers.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in game one. With that, here are Terry Collins' New York Mets. Who stands out to you, EK?
Well, they got to love the production they're getting out of their leadoff hitter right now. He works hard at his craft, and he really knows what works for him at the plate. He was pretty effective, got the win, and only allowed 2 runs. He's going to try and do that here again.
And with that, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Dodgers. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, man, one of the most versatile players in the game is Justin Turner. Can play any of the infield positions, and he's going to play them well. One of those types of guys that you're not going to look at.
Joe May will stand in now, and you'd have to say he was one of the real bright spots in the division series.
Here in October, this is when you want your guys to really find their stride. And you're right, Matty. He was outstanding in getting them into this LCS.
Squared that one up just a little late. Harvey gets the sign. Here's the 0-1. Fly ball out toward right field. Granderson's after it, and that's the third out. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers. After 1, no score. Striding into the box, Neil Walker. He'll get to take his first cuts here. No score here as we play inning number 2. Now this is popped meekly in the air. Playable on the infield. Oh, and he misses it. Yoenis Cespedes in now. 1-1. Fly ball out toward left center field. On the move is Puig. And that's the second out.
Baseman, Lucas Duda.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Lucas Duda. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Nobody on. High and deep to right center field. May going back on it. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
Boy, I'll tell you what, he went down and beat a good pitch right there. This thing is right on the knees, maybe even a little below the knees, but he still went down and got it. And he pulls into second with 2 bases. That is some sweet.
Joe May is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat.
And that's just not really his game. Time he keeps it on the ground, he's got a pretty good chance of beating out a hit.
Harvey pauses. First pitch on the way. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around third and being waved on home. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Well, he'd been doing a really good job of working corner to corner, but this is one of the first pitches we've seen that kind of found the middle of the plate, and it's going to cost him a run as this will wind up being an RBI double.
So striding in, Adrian Gonzalez, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Here comes the payoff pitch. And that misses ball four. So with one out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
Well, that's okay. You would have liked him to chase on 3 and 2, but you had your base open here, so now you can really focus on getting yourself a ground ball.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Yeah, a good job here of working himself back into a hitter's count, especially with 2 men on base in front of him.
And just never could commit to the swing there, but he went around, and it's even now at 2 and 2. And he holds off on the breaking ball, so the count runs full.
And the more 3-2 counts they can run up on this guy, the better off they're going to be. The quicker you run up that pitch count, the quicker you maybe get this guy out of here.
1 run on 3 hits. 1 error in the ballgame for the Dodgers to this point. Now a pickoff play at second. A dive, but he's back.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Now a look and a throw back to second. And he just manages to get his hand in. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
Well, you talk about a big time to come up with a strikeout. Now, you still got one more guy to get through here in the inning, but now with 2 outs, you can take a step back, take a deep breath, and know that those runners have to stay put at first and second.
Andre Ethier gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory. I have to imagine with more from digging in, Curtis Granderson. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
I can't imagine they're going to give him anything to hit this time around.
Hit hard back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's now 3-1.
Well, we know this is a guy on the mound that...
So stepping in, number 5, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Shot toward right center. That gets down, and the inning will continue. In to score is the runner from third. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's a 4-3 game.
Big at-bat there. His second and third RBIs of the ball game, but more importantly, these two give him the lead.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and now the left-handed hitting Adrian Gonzalez will get a shot. And this ball runs away for ball 2, 2-1.
Seems like whatever was working early on suddenly is not working now.
It's almost like he's imploding right before our eyes.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. 3 runs already home here. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And now 3-2, 2 out. He'll be helped by the fact that that runner will get a head start out there.
Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run.
A 2-run shot here for Adrian Gonzalez. His first homer here in the series, and it's now 6-3.
This is what you expect when you make it to the postseason. I mean, you expect the guys that have carried you all year to keep on producing, and sure enough, he comes through again and delivers a no-doubter here.
Joe May will be the batter. He singled home a couple in his last at-bat.
May.
High and deep to right center. Cespedes is going back, and the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. And he will score on the sacrifice fly.
And that's a good job in that situation. You'd love a base hit, but hey, the bottom line is you've got to produce a run, and he did.
Lucas Duda gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. May on the move. And that ends the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3. And it's not going to help them. It's 11-3. Juan Lagares will step in. A ground out victim as last time. And good contact there as this is hit high and deep to right center. And that'll get down out there near the wall. Cabrera rounds third and heads for home. The relay throw. And he is in there with an RBI triple.
Now batting.
They were just a strike away from stranding that runner at first, but instead, he'll wind up coming all the way around to score on the clutch 2-out triple.
Into the box now, Joe May. He's already got 4 RBIs in this one.
May.
Now a drive out to left center field. Around third is Puig headed for the plate. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Everybody's getting into the act now. Right on the heels of the triple, he comes through with a double of his own, and that's going to extend that lead out even further.
Adrian Gonzalez is into the box now. He hit one over the wall back in the 5th. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Fastball is looked at for strike 2. No shortage of extra base hits as you see the totals there. And he'll take this to the bag himself for the first out, but it's a productive one as the runner moves up to third.
Even with the big lead, it still doesn't hurt to play good fundamental baseball. So he's able to get his man up to third here with one out with that grounder to the right side.
Settling in now, Justin Turner, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. Here's the 0-2. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And this is turning ugly now as this ball's down for extra bases. And the runner from third crosses the plate.
And these guys just don't seem to want to let up out there. And who can blame them? That's now 13 runs they've put up here so far. And that's going to make for some pretty happy folks in that clubhouse when this one's all over.
Well, guys, as you know, if you're going to pick a time to have a big ball game, you may as well make it happen in the playoffs. And this man right here obviously did. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason, but this was one they definitely needed, and he came up with a huge performance here.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Dodgers win it 15-4. Good night from Los Angeles.
The winning pitcher is Clayton Kershaw.
After some high drama in Game 1, a capacity crowd on hand here, and they're definitely making their presence felt. It's the second game of the National League Championship Series between the New York Mets and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of Baseball on the Show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, an important ball game coming up here in Game.
Yeah, and you see a really good start for the home side. They did what they needed to do in the opening game of this series. And the crowd, that made a huge difference. They were behind their guys all the way, and boy, oh boy, were they loud. And I've got a feeling that not much is going to change here in game number 2.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your Los Angeles Dodgers.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who will get the ball here in this one. With that, here are Terry Collins' New York Mets. Anybody catch your eye, Eric?
Well, Matt, keep an eye on that #2 spot. He went deep last game, and he seems ready to take advantage of any mistakes he sees right now.
Lucas Duda steps up to the plate with a great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Runners are at first and second with one away. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. May sprinting after it. He gets to it, and oh, he botched it. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet. But the Joe May will stand in now for the first time, coming off, well, nothing short of a dynamic performance last time out.
Well, it makes you wonder how they're going to attack him here in this game. I would bet that they're a lot more cautious with him.
Liner towards second, but he gets back in time, safe at second base.
Well, here's something for you kids to remember. You got to freeze on a line drive if you're at second base. Make sure that that ball gets through before you take off and try to advance. And that's a good read there, and he's able to get...
Joe May stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
And Matt, you know what? It's always a little frustrating when you square one up, you hit a solid live drive somewhere, and all you get to show for it is a nice little jog right back to the dugout. That can get in your head a little bit after a while.
Granderson is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Game 2 coverage rolls on after this. Striding into the box as Dribble Cabrera. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Hit to short. The second for one. Over to Gonzalez, and they get the double play they needed to get him out of the inning. Stick around. We'll see Adrian Gonzalez lead things off after the break. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. And we are tied 0-0. Into the box now, Noah Syndergaard. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance.
Yeah, a well-executed bunt his last at-bat, but obviously this time he's swinging away.
Hit hard up the middle. And into center field as he's aboard with a one-out single.
Boy, he's doing it all out there so far. Not only is he pitching a great game, but he gets in on the act offensively as well.
Joe May will stand in, hoping he can find a little green out there for once. He's lined out twice thus far.
Well, sitting up here, it looks like there's a lot of wide open spaces, but he's been hitting them right at people all game long.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Granderson's after it. He makes the running play. 2 down.
You know, that's the thing with throwing.
Neil Walker will dig in. 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Backhanded. He'll go to the bag for 1. Back to Gonzalez, but it's a bit too late, and they'll settle for just the 1 out.
He kind of got stuck in an in-between position right here. I don't think he quite knew whether to flip it or step on the bag and take it himself. So he does get the sure out, but no shot at the double play.
Belted high and deep into right center. Ranging back is Ethier, and Ethier will need to get this one in off the wall. And your go-ahead run is in at second base here with a leadoff double.
Yeah, and that moves the goal.
Joe May will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Hit hard towards second, and that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. Around third and being waved on home. And the run will score all the way from first. It's now a 4-3 ball game.
Boy, that thing had some heat on it, didn't it? I mean, this isn't too deep onto the outfield grass, but it's going to get through and go all the way to the wall. They wind up driving in a run as he makes it into third with a triple.
Looks like a left-hander has begun to get loose out in that Mets bullpen. Gets a small piece near the plate. That's a foul ball. Trying to hold the lead. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Reed sets. Here it is on a ball and 2 strikes. Hit on the ground to short. Throw gets him for the second out, but meanwhile the tying run is in to score.
And here he knows all he needs is a ground ball to tie this thing up. So that's all he's really shooting for, and he gets it done.
Joe May strides in to lead us off here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Hit hard to short. Cabrera's up with it. On to first, and that is a huge out to start the bottom of the 9th.
Yeah, and I don't know what he's doing going down the line. I mean, I love hustle as much as the next guy, but right there, that's an invitation to the 60-day DL. I hope he knows a good shoulder surgeon because he's going to need one if he keeps that up.
Juan Lagares will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. On the ground up the middle. They'll go the short way to Kendrick at second, and that'll be that. So it's 2 runs here on 2 hits, with one of them being the home run. So now we'll see if these guys can get even in the bottom of inning number 10. The Mets are out on top, 6-4. Well, guys, as you know, if you're going to pick a time to have a big ball game, you may as well make it happen in the playoffs. And this man right here obviously did. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason, but this was one they definitely needed, and he came up with a huge performance here.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Mets come out on top, 6-4. Postseason baseball on the show is in full swing. It's Game 3 of the National League Championship Series between the LA Dodgers and the New York Mets. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. With me are Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, lots to talk about here as we get ready for Game 3.
And when you start the series on the road, obviously, you'd love to win 2 games. But coming out of there with no worse than a split is what you're really kind of hoping to accomplish. So now, they come home, they've taken back home field advantage, and they can feed on this crowd, hopefully, to give them a big leg up in this series.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 New York Mets.
A chance now for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, EK?
Well, guys, everybody should be looking out for that guy in the numbers very well. I wouldn't be surprised to see them pitch around him a little more in this one.
Bartolo Colon gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, if you're only going to throw 2 innings, which is what he did in his last start, you don't deserve anything other than the loss. Hopefully he'll do a little better in this one and give his team a chance to win a ball game.
Into the box, Joe May. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Joe May.
Colon pauses. First pitch on its way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Cespedes is there. And that's the second out of the inning.
Yeah, that's just a good pitch right there. That's a two-seam fastball working its way back inside, and he's probably fortunate he didn't break his bat. He winds up getting this one right down there on the label, and he's retired.
Joe May is at the plate now, flied out in his first at-bat.
And that's just not really his game. Anytime he keeps it on the ground, he's got a pretty good chance of beating out a hit.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Lagares is under it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers, but they're up 1-0. Stepping in, Neil Walker. He reached on a single in his first try. Swing and a ball lined hard towards short. Leaps and makes a terrific catch. And with that, the side is retired. Another look as he goes way up to get that one at short. Back with more from Game 3 after this. Joe May will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
Shot back up the middle. And that is through into center field. A base hit. Long throw to the plate. And he is safe at the plate. And the lead is now 3-0. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. So a runner at first with 1 man gone. And now the left-handed hitting Adrian Gonzalez will get a shot. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Throw over to the bag. And he just manages to get his hand in.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
1-1, here it is. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. You get the sense that things are starting to get away from him a bit out there.
It all comes from falling behind hitters and then having to come in there with something good to hit. That's going to get you every time.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Is he worrying too much about that guy on first?
I think he might be. Guys worry so much about the stolen base. They don't realize that a walk is...
And he lays off here. A nice job. It's
all of a sudden. Like he's not trusting his stuff well enough. That'll spell trouble if that continues.
Justin Turner stands in. He'll try to improve in this at-bat after grounding into a fielder's choice his last time up. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Lined hard toward right center. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And the run is in to score from second. That makes it a 4-0 ball game. Joe May will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
That 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
Wheeler pauses. Here's the first pitch. Line down the left field line. Hooking just fouled by a matter of inches that time. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Hard liner toward short. And that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night.
It wasn't just that he was getting fastballs there. He was getting hittable fastballs. This catches a ton of the plate, and he turns it around for a solid single.
And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
You know what? He's starting to skate on some thin ice here, and sooner or later, he's going to have to challenge him.
4 runs, 11 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Fastball here.
I think it has to be. You're licking your chops if you're the hitter. 3-1. You can't walk the bases loaded. Bail and wail.
Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. High and deep to left center field. Cespedes going back at the track. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Fair to say, oh my goodness, these folks are not headed for a career on Broadway. We'll have more of Game 3 after this message. Now to the plate, Joe May, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. Mejia sets. Here it comes. Hit hard toward the right side. Oh, and this is past him down the line. A fair ball. Around third is Puig, headed for the plate. And he throws it away. And after all that, he's out at the plate. What a bizarre way to end the inning, but it will end nonetheless. 1 left for L.A. as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Travis d'Arnaud makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
That's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
Now a swing, and he pops him up, and this should do it. And he'll squeeze this one for the final out, and the Dodgers are going to take home field advantage right back. They win Game 3 to go up 2-1 as this one is over.
And you know what? I don't care who you're playing. You know, it's never easy to go out on the road and win any game. So that was a great effort by them in every phase of the game.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, guys, as you know, if you're going to pick a time to have a big ball game, you may as well make it happen in the playoffs. And this man right here obviously did. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason. But this was one they definitely needed, and he came up with a huge performance here.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Dodgers win it 4-1. Good night from Flushing.
Here now is our final line score tonight.
In front of a standing room only crowd, this joint is abuzz with activity. It's Game 4 of the National League Championship Series between the LA Dodgers and the New York Mets. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of Baseball on the Show. With me are Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, lots of storylines here as we approach the start of Game 4.
And you can see the results right there. It's been about what we'd expected up to this point. Very tightly played, very tightly contested series so far. It sits at 2-1 right now, but I've got a feeling it's going to take at least 6 games, maybe even all 7 games to decide a winner in this one.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 New York Mets.
The chance now for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, I'll be keeping an eye on what that leadoff hitter can do in this one. He works hard at his craft, and he really knows what works for him at the plate.
Matt Harvey will be on the mound for Game 4. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, the last outing for him was not good for the earned run average. Gave up 7.
Joe May will stand in now for the first time, coming off, well, nothing short of a dynamic performance last time out.
Well, it makes you wonder how they're going to attack him here in this game. I would bet that they're a lot more cautious with him.
Hit sharply toward the right side. And that's in there. Base hit. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
Boy, you talk about getting yourself into some early hot water. 3 batters into the ball game, he's already staring at a bases-loaded situation. And you have to imagine this cleanup guy's licking his chops right now. And who would have guessed that he'd have this kind of opportunity this early in the game?
Taken high and deep to right. Granderson going back. Still going back. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third as this should get him on the board. The runner from third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead.
Now, I'll tell you what, guys, he did not miss a grand slam by a whole lot. He'll wind up getting the sacrifice fly in the RBI, but you see just how close this ball came to getting out of here.
this is hit high in the air out toward left center. After it is Cespedes. And the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. On to first, and they get the double play. It's a run on 2 hits here for L.A. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. Dodgers lead this one 1-0. Curtis Granderson will stand in, and this pitching staff has kept his bat silent throughout the series so far.
Yeah, just 2 hits for him so far, but you got to figure he's due. I don't think they're going to hold him down all series long.
This one's blooped out toward right center field. In there, a base hit. Granderson around second, headed for third. The relay throw, and they're not going to get him. A triple for Granderson. Leading off the inning, Neil Walker, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Kershaw into the windup. Full count pitch on its way. Hit hard back up the middle, and that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swing in there as he's on to kick off the inning.
You talk about a guy who really stepped it up all throughout this postseason. Here's your man right here. He's on base again as he leads off the inning with a base hit.
Joe May is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip.
May.
Liner towards second, but this is hauled in by the second baseman. And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at what's happening in the American League Championship Series, as they've got a good matchup going on over there as well. Leading off the inning, Yoenis Cespedes, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
And he gets him to lift one high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Seager is there to make the catch, and the home half of the 4th starts with a 1-pitch out.
Well, we could hear him all the way up here in the booth. Just a big old, ugh! Oh, that's what popped.
Stepping in, Lucas Duda. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Yeah.
Joe May will come forward to lead things off here for the Dodgers, with Adrian Gonzalez due to hit next.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Harvey sets his sights, 0-1 on its way. Right side, hit hard, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Now batting number 23, first baseman Adrian Gonzalez.
Into the box now, Adrian Gonzalez. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both the lefty and the right-hander that start to throw. And the runner back. And again a throw and a dive, but he's back. Two balls and a strike. Here it is. In there, and it's even now, 2-2. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. And that'll get down for a base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
And the funny thing about this at-bat, he does everything wrong on this swing. I mean, first off, this pitch is out of the strike zone.
Justin Turner will step in, a ground-out victim as last time. Liner caught by Wright down at third. And that's allowed out number one. And he'll then put the tag on the runner, and this is leading off the inning, Joe May, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Hit hard up the middle, and this is going to be through into center field for a base hit as the leadoff man's aboard in the eighth.
Oh, yeah, he's got that magic wand going now. That's his third hit in 4 trips, all of them singles, and he's been a tough out all game long.
So a runner at first now with nobody out, and now the left-handed hitting Adrian Gonzalez will get a shot. 1 run, 10 hits. 1 error in the ballgame for the Dodgers to this point. Throw over to first. Throw in the dirt to first, and he can't come up with it cleanly. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. And there's a pitch Gonzalez takes, and we're back even at 2-2. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Now a throw over and a dive, but he's back in.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. A dive, but it's off his glove. And a good effort as he's able to gather it in and make the play for the first out.
Yeah, I think he got caught thinking ahead to his throw down to second. So much so that he doesn't look the ball into his glove all the way. And that little bobble takes away any thought of a double play. So he's just going to take it over to the bag and get the out there.
And he gets the call there, 3-1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Now a look and a throw back to second. And he just manages to get his hand in. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Cespedes is after it. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now. Throw back to second, and that's a double play. 1 hit's all they get. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Dodgers lead it 1-0. Yoenis Cespedes will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
Hard hit ball to second, but there to take this one is the second baseman, and that's out number 2.
Yeah, and that would have been nice to get that tying run on base, and this ball's definitely hit hard enough. It's just right at his man.
And guys, we were treated to an excellent pitching performance in this one by the gentleman you see right here, Clayton Kershaw. What a performance he turned in. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, a real good performance, as you'll see in his final line. He gave him 7 2/3 good innings, and he was definitely the difference in this one.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Dodgers win it 1-0. Good night from Flushing.
Here now is our final line score tonight.
Through the first 4 games, it's been quite a rough and tumble series, and this crowd is expecting more of the same here. It's on to Game 5 of the National League Championship Series between the LA Dodgers and the New York Mets. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. With me are Eric Harris and Steve Lyons. And Steve, this is still anyone's series as we get ready for Game 5.
Well, and now you can see they're down 3-1.
The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 New York Mets.
And briefly here, a glance at the 2 starters who'll get the ball here in this one. A chance now for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. Joe May will stand in now for the first time, coming off, well, nothing short of a dynamic performance last time out.
Well, it makes you wonder how they're going to attack him here in this game. I would bet that they're a lot more cautious with him.
He's set. Here it comes. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Cespedes is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Batting fourth, first baseman number 23.
Neil Walker stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the 3rd.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
2 down, runners at first and second. High in the air out to center field. May is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. More coming up from Game 5 after this. Joe May will come forward to lead things off here for the Dodgers, with Adrian Gonzalez due to hit next.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
He'll put it away without much trouble, and the leadoff man is retired here in the 4th.
First pitch swinging here to start the inning, and he didn't waste any time waiting for his pitch. He got it right there. Just hit it right at somebody.
David Wright comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Settling in now, Lucas Duda. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat.
Yeah, I wonder if he rubbed it.
Wood sets. Here's the 0-1. Sent out to straightaway center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. 5 innings complete. The Mets are out on top, 1-0. Joe May will take another shot here. He's flied out and lined out in 2 trips.
Well, 0 for 2, but he's taken some decent hacks. Could see a better result in this at-bat.
First delivery to him on the way. Line towards center field. Cespedes is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers. It remains 1-0. Joe May will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, and he can make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Hot shot on the ground is short, and a sliding effort there at short, but this ball finds its way through for a base hit. The run scores from second. It's a 3-2 ball game.
Took him a while to pick up that first hit of the ball game, but he made it count as he was able to drive in the run on the RBI single.
Stepping in, Adrian Gonzalez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Now a snap move over to first. And the runner back safely.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. But this is hauled in by the second baseman. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time.
Now batting, third baseman
Justin Turner steps in for a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th.
Yeah, this is a huge moment in this ball game, Matt. I mean, you might be looking at this at-bat when it's all over as one of the turning points in this game.
Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
So often, playoff baseball comes down to the bullpen. And this is going to be a bullpen game from here on out.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So they strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left on. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Mets 2. Swing, and he pops him up. This should do it. And Tinseltown will be aglow tonight. The Dodgers are National League champions.
Boy, that's one happy bunch of guys down there right now. They are the National League champions, but they know they're not done yet. They've got one more big hurdle standing in front of them, but these guys are looking like they're going to be awfully tough to beat.
And, boys, probably a handful of deserving candidates for our top player of the game award, but what do you say we go ahead and give it to the man who shut the door out of the pen?
Yeah, it's nice to have someone like this that you can call on to finish things out for you, and he came on to slam the door shut.
For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been the NL Championship Series on MLB The Show.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First with the